Okay, there. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna start with the D pentatonic scale. So first we'll play a D major scale, and I know a lot of you know what the pentatonic, but I just want to make sure we get going from the beginning. It's always helpful to hear it again. So if we play, we're gonna just work with one octave. Uh, we might get into two octaves at the end of the week, but just to start out, we're gonna work with one octave. So we're gonna play a D major scale. Okay. So it's gonna start with D, right? E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. And back down, D again, C sharp, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D. Okay, so then if to make a we're going to work with major pentatonic scales because really the major and the minor pentatonic scales are fairly similar once you see, but right now we're going to just do major. So what we do is we're going to play the first note of the scale, which is D, so play D, the second note of the scale, which is E, the third note of the scale, which is F sharp. We're going to skip the fourth note of the scale and go to the fifth note of the scale, which is A. And then the sixth note of the scale. Skip the seventh note, and then we're back to D. So it should sound like this. Okay, so let's do that again. So we're going to play D, E, F sharp. Oh, let me see. I got to make sure everybody's muted. Yeah, make sure everybody's muted. Yep. Okay. So here we go again. What was see? All right. So ready? So D, E, F sharp, A, B, D. Okay. So we're gonna just work with those five notes, and the pentatonic scales are so important because they really allow you to improvise easy. It allows you to do backup behind fiddle players. It allows you to understand fiddle tunes because there's so many fiddle tunes that use the pentatonic scale, or parts of fiddle tunes. So if you can get these under your fingers, things will start becoming a little bit more naturally to you. There's a lot of you can go watch a lot of there's a lot of videos on YouTube on how important the pentatonic scale is to all of our music. It's kind of one of those connecting scales that connects every style, every culture of music. So it's a really important scale to know. So so here we go. What we're going to do is we're just going to start with the first three notes. We're going to work those a little bit. So it's just going to be D, E, F sharp, just up the scale. We're going to just work those. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play something and you play it back. And we're just using those three notes and we're going to vary the rhythms and stuff. So like, so you play that. Okay, and then I'm going to do another one. Okay, and then maybe, so I just changed the order of the notes. We could change the order of the notes there's a few permutations of these, so we could do zero. We could do that, right? Play that. That's 0, 1, 3. It was 0, 1, 2, or we could do 0, 2, 1. Or 1, 2, 0. Or 2, 0, 1. Did we do that one already? But anyway, there's lots of different patterns, so I'm gonna keep going with some different rhythms. So I'm gonna add in a slide because that third finger is the third degree of the scale which we often slide on. So I'm gonna go. So let's try that. So I'm just sliding from an F natural to an F sharp. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I'm going to do some more licks with that slide added in. So 2, 3, go. 2, 3, go. Okay, and then let's see, how about a 2, 3, 4. That's kind of a long slide. Ready? 2, 3, 4. So notice that I'm just taking little bits and I'm working little bits of that scale, because you could practice a scale like this all day long. You could do that all day long and never really understand how to put it into a song. Okay, so but let's do a little bit more of the scale. We'll add another note, so we'll work on this. So we're only going to do those 4 notes, okay, of the scale. We're just adding the A now, okay. 2, 3, 4. We gotta just keep repeating that, okay? 3, 4. Slow it down. Now we're gonna do 2 of each. 3, go. Okay, so just those 4 notes is a great jazz lick they use all the time. So see, even though it's a simple little thing, but it's a really cool lick if you put it in the context of a song, right? Okay, so let's keep working that little lick, but we're going to change the order around. So let's go. So we're only using those 4 notes. So we're going to go, let's see. Ready? 2, 3, go. 2, 3, go. 2, 3, go. 2, 3, go. Okay, and then we could do like a. So now I'm starting on my first finger instead. 2, 3, go. 2, 3, go. Again, 3, go. Okay, so now we'll do we'll add the we'll add the B in there, okay? Oh, so yeah, we'll add the B in. I'm just gonna mute Joyce. Okay, so here we go. Nice and slow. Basically, this is the whole scale without the top D again. 3, 4. So we're gonna go up and down now. We're gonna go like this. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Again. So remember, you're just doing a scale and you're taking out that G note, okay? So ready? Go. So I'm gonna put the metronome on with this, and we're gonna just play it with the metronome. We'll do a little metronome practice, because I like to do metronome practice every morning, so it's good. So ready? That's the tempo. 2, 3, go. Actually, I'm going to slow it down a little bit because I want us to really think about those notes as we play it. So here's the tempo, really slow. 2, 3, 4. I know we have people at different levels here, so while we're going this slow, you can now fool around with rhythms like. try not to go too fast like I just did. So this is a really good task. So for people, I know there's more advanced people and more beginning people here. I'm going to play the basic scale. I want you to fool around with different rhythms, but stay in time with us. Okay? So here we go. 3, go. Okay, so now I'm going to go up, okay? This is, again, my typical practice thing, but it works, so I use it a lot. Here we go. Ready? 2, 3, go. Now I'm going to go up again. So I'll do each one twice, okay? So here we go again. 2, 3, go. Okay, go up to, here we go. 2, 3, go. Keep them going up. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. We'll just do it a couple more times like this. 1, 2, ready, go. This will be the last one we do it. 1, 2, ready, go. So I think I'll do one more because I want to push you guys. Looks like most of you are there. 1, 2, ready, go. So part of the metronome practice is practicing staying on that tempo and with that beat. So, okay, so now we're gonna make it try to sound a little bit more musical than da 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 da. So without the metronome, we could put the metronome on 2 to do this. I might in a minute, but let's just try to get that scale. And the bowing, I'm just doing a bowing, and you guys experiment because this is your practice session, so you can experiment with whatever you want. Just, I'm doing I'm slurring, I'm bowing 1, and then doing 2, 2, 2. So once I do the 1, I'm then slurring 2 after that, okay? Gives it a swingy feel, okay? 2, 3, go. And you don't have to be on the exact bowing, but notice just doing that bowing changes it from. So just doing a little bowing practice during this kind of, so I'm kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm doing a bowing practice, I'm learning a scale, and we're also working on speed, so we're doing a lot in this practice session right now. Plus we're learning how to improvise a little bit already. We haven't improvised yet, but we will. So, so there's the D. There's the D pentatonic scale, okay? 1 octave. That's all I'm going to do on the D right now. We're going to go back to that in a second. I want to do G, okay? But we're going to do G starting on the 3rd finger on the D string. So we're going to do G starting here. So we play the first note of the G scale, which is G. The second note, which is A. third note, which is B, skip, and then we'll go to fifth note, D, and then we play an E. Okay, then we're going to go back down, D, B, A, G. Okay, so let's do that again. So ready, G, A, B, second fret, D, fifth fret, E, back to D, B, A, G. Now, when you're practicing, you should be noticing things like, that's amazing. The G scale is exactly, the G pentatonic is exactly like the D pentatonic, except the F sharp. Instead of playing an F sharp, we're playing a G. Everything else is the same. They're the exact same notes. Okay? And we're going to use that in a little bit to practice, or we'll use it tomorrow when we get to playing with this a backing track. But let's try it again. So we got G, A, B, D, back down. Oh, E, sorry, E, D, B, A, G. Okay, so we're just going to do the metronome thing to get that under our fingers a little bit again. So let's go really slow and okay, here we go. 2, 3, 4, go. G, A, B, D, E, D, B. Okay, gonna go up a little faster. Here we go. 2, 3, go. Okay, gonna go up faster. Here we go. 2, 3, go. Okay, a little faster. So remember, these are things we're going to practice every morning here. We're going to get good at some of these things, and we'll keep adding on to what we're doing. So here we go. 2, 3, go. And remember, if you're more advanced, you could be doing with a just to fool around with the rhythms, but I'm going to keep it straight. Okay, here we go. 2, actually, I'm going to go a little faster here. 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah, it's a good idea to practice just straight up, but because it gets under your fingers. But then after you get it, you really got to mix up the rhythms, or you never get it in a song. So 2, 3, go. Okay, one more. Yeah, let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, let's fool around with little parts. We're going to be working with the D pentatonic and G pentatonic mostly this week. Then we'll go on a little bit. But I just want to talk about that. These are finger patterns. If you think of this as finger patterns as opposed to scales, it opens up your whole way of thinking to all the 12 keys, really. So the D pentatonic we did started with an open note. You could also have started that with your fourth finger because open and fourth are the same. And so that's what I call the fourth finger pattern. So no matter where you go on the fingerboard, or no matter where you start, if you start on the fourth finger or the open string, it's going to be the same pattern. We just learned the third finger pattern, which is the G, because we started on the third finger. And so that can be moved around, and even more if you start using your fourth finger with that. So I'll talk more about that. But okay, so let's fool around with the G a little bit. So let's do like a three note pattern. 3, go. 2, 3, go. And try to, snazz it up maybe. 3, 4. 3, 4. Okay. Let's actually fool around with some rhythms too. So let's put it on a metronome here. So let's go to about 70 maybe. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 1. Notice I'm coming in on the and of 1. 3, 4, 1. Just 3 notes, but now they become a little bit trickier. 3, 4, 1. 4, 1. 3, 4, 1. Okay, so here's a few other ones. Let's see. Start on B. I probably don't want that ticking the whole time, but how about this? 3, go. These little 3-finger patterns, by the way, in fiddling are great because if you put a 3-finger pattern against a beat of 4, it sounds pretty cool. So can we just keep doing that over and over? Not that fast, maybe. 3, 4. Okay, so these little 3-finger patterns are really good to practice, actually. Let's go up here. Let's go up on the A string. I love this part of when you're doing a pentatonic and you can just stay on one string. 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's also the old slide on the third degree of the scale, which is the B flat in this case. 2, 3, go. You could even try a hammer on Adriana if you want to. You could go do like a little or a slide. It doesn't matter either way. So 3. Well, fiddlers will do slides. 3, 4. 3, 4. And that slide really has to get down to that B flat and way up to that B. See, there's a lot of space happening right there. 3, 4. 3, 4. Okay, so this is kind of how we're going to work. We're just going to work parts of the scale, but and work little licks. But we're also going to put it in context. So what I have here is I have my what is this called, strum machine, then that has the chords to jambalaya, and I'm going to share this with you so you can see. Okay, so there's chords to jambalaya right there. And I believe you can hear this when I play it. So I'm just going to do a test first to make sure that's working.
1, 2.
Can you guys hear that?
4.
Okay. So we're going to, and I always like to practice with something when I'm practicing. So, this is a half-hour practice. So I'm trying to get all the little things in that I like to do. I like to play with a metronome, and I like to play with some sort of backing track, okay? So, so here's what we're going to do is in this song, the song is in G, and we're going to use the pentatonic. So let me just, I'll show you a little bit. I'm just going to use part of the pentatonic right now. So here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
basically, right there, I was just using 3 notes. Okay, so everybody's going to be at a different place. So if that's all you want to be able to get, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that because we're practicing, right? Okay, and you want to do something you're going to find success at when you're practicing. You don't want to you have to find success here, and you have to be able to understand what's going on. Okay, so if that's what you can do, if you can just do the first 3 notes of a scale, it's fine. And I'm going to slow it down a little bit, I think. Okay, maybe some other people want to do the whole scale. So here you could do this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, maybe you want to do the whole scale. Maybe you want to just try little rhythms like those 3 note rhythms I was just talking about. Maybe you want to do this. I'll do on the G. Yeah, so we'll do this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now that A sounds funny right there on that G, but that's part of the G pentatonic. I could play the exact same thing. They're part of both pentatonics, okay? And I probably would switch it up, but I just wanted to show you could play the exact same thing through the whole song, okay? So we're gonna do this a bunch of times this week, but right now you're just gonna try it as something to do. You're gonna try playing whatever you want to over that pentatonic scale. Over that those chords. I'm gonna play the basic pentatonic scale, okay? And you guys try whatever you want, and then I'm going to stop, and you guys are going to continue, okay? So here we go.
1,
2, 3, G.
4.
And yeah, I'm realizing that's really pretty fast. So let's slow that way down, because sorry about that. Let's try at this speed.
1, 2.
Ready, go. D. D again. G. G. D. D. G. You can do this. D. See, I'm doing it a lot slower. G. You're on your own. Last time. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, that is just kind of a little sample. That might have been a little fast for the first day. And remember, this is a practice session, so we're going to practice these things all week. That's what we're going to do. And so I really need your feedback on how, whether it's too fast or, because I know a lot of you aren't going to be here every day video wise. So you can email me or you can even say it now if you want to. Anybody wants to give me any feedback, just unmute and let me know your feedback and about the speed, or if you want something, if you want to try to get something else out of this. We're going to be doing some more improvising and more on the tunes. Anybody? You're all good? Okay, so just shoot me an email if you want to about anything. I want to make sure I stay kind of on pretty on time. So I will see you tomorrow, or you'll get the video from me if you can't make it tomorrow. All right?
Thank
Okay.
you, Ellen. Thank
Great.
you. Have a
Thanks.
good day.
Okay.